The Steel City might be most associated with this legendary NFL franchise, but people here in Pittsburgh know that the ties to the Panthers run deep. Glad to have you with us here at Acrisure Stadium, home to the Pittsburgh Panthers. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So North Carolina's offense will get the first swing of the game. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming, I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down. The Tar Heels decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Panthers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Hit right back to the line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Runs through a tackle. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense, quick tempo.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means third and long. Third and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. He looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
Motion from the offense. Looking to throw on second down. Gets it out fast. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Yeah, and that's nice coverage. He's taking a shot, trying to throw the ball to the end zone. Maybe put that thing up a little bit higher where his guy can go up and make a play and come down. But a nice job by the defender just getting his fingertip on the top of the football.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Pitt. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the PAT makes it 7-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered.
And he intercepts it. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Tackle is made after the first down. The Panthers want to pick up the tempo. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Looking to throw it again. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. They go to the draw. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers.
This quarterback is such a weapon on these design QB runs. He's not trying to just go get first downs. This guy's a threat to take it the distance, and man, he did it right there.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Quickly out to the tight end. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. They're bringing heat. He's going to take off. They almost got a 1st down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And the Tar Heels will move the sticks.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. A 1st down run in the red zone. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Now the pitch. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, UNC!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They make the stop, and that's how the 1st quarter will end. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
North Carolina.
1st down to start the drive after the break. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Pitt pushing the pace. They want to run it left here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after him. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Fires on the move. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. This offense has a second down play. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. Now on the option. Nice move to keep running. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. The give to the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
Did a great job on the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Now the pitch. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it, offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, look out! Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Wants to go up top. Get it out on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. He's got great speed. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go strong.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Scrambling away. He'll try to do it himself. Finds a crease at the 20. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line getting set on second down. Off the play fake. Trying to get to him. And the quarterback is snowed under.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. It's caught downfield. And sure, tackler there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The PITT offense back on the field and ready to roll. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Coleman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
PITT right back to the line. He's looking for a man on second down. He's got the back in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's right on target. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, you see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Trying play action. Makes the grab on the left. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Panthers have this offense rolling. The aerial assault continues. It's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. He's going to pass. It's complete. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll throw it on first down. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Looking to pass on second down. It's complete. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. PITT now operating in the red zone. third down play from the gun. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bitonio. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike.
It's second down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
North Carolina, 14.
And the Tar Heels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field, looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. Pitt pushing the pace.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground. It'll be third and short from their own 33. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it third and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third...
Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Back to the air one more time. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Panther! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
It's a draw. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. The Panthers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Comes out throwing on first down. Finds space on the right. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. On the ground. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Holding, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. On first and goal, let's see what Pitt does here. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. So the defense will accept the penalty and back up this offense. The offense knocking on the door, first and goal. The back goes in motion. The give to the tailback. Just plowing ahead. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Akron went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab some serious attention. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Zips ever do that? The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
The RPO, it's complete. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll run the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling...
Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tar Heels. On to attempt the try. And it's perfect. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6.
33, North Carolina, 21.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Panthers headed quickly to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's two reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Reads it, fires complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. Use the play fake, now to throw. Still looking, on the move. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Not a ton of play calls for 3rd in California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The touchdown drive cut the deficit last time they had it, forced the punt. Now a chance to really make this a football game.
And I think if you're the offensive coordinator here, you're revisiting that last drive and asking yourself, okay, what did I call? What worked? What can I keep dialing up so we can keep scoring?
Dang right, because you got the momentum. You're back in this football game. Everything is going your way. Your defense just contributed, so that lead they had, just keep chipping away, and who knows what will happen.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Thompson. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Catch in the middle. It's Stevenson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Gets it to the back. there to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He's looking to throw. Gets open down the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Hit right back to the line. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll pull it down and run. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Feeling some heat. Flushed out of the pocket. Quarterback gets the first down. They'll chase him out of bounds after a nice pickup on the play.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he's looking downfield. And that is incomplete. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarter.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Line gets set. First down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground. Incomplete pass.
Using the quick game. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
He'll take the deep shot. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Tar Heels look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, UNC. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll give it to the back. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18. The Panthers want to move quickly. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. At the 35, he's loose. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, I think in this situation in the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. On second down, they'll take to the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What if I had told you this quarterback would be sacked at least 5 times in this game and yet still somehow would be winning? That's not normally how it works. You got to give the offense credit because even though they've suffered some serious negative plays, they've still been able to make some good things happen.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on third and long. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and look for room. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. And if they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback's quick decision-making, puts it on the ground, decides to take it himself, goes, gets the necessary yardage, first down.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Give to the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Anytime you play this offense, the challenge is stopping this quarterback from running the ball. You've already seen in this game, he's been able to break off a few runs and do some nice things. That time, though, the defense...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. 4th down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Looking for room at the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Just a crushing mistake on the penalty. Wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. They're trying to get to it. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Still running at the 40. Afterburner's coming. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Pitt! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last. He's going to let it go. And it's caught inside the 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, North Carolina! And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 1st down for this offense. He'll keep it himself. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Goes to the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this 3rd down. Running to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position, too, Reese. Don't let them...
Fires one high and deep. Snags it on the right. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Tar Heels. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Number
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
From the gun, looking for a man. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so is the two-point conversion attempt. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best players. So get them in matchups that you like and get those guys the football.
Oh, he makes the catch. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, bad news he didn't get the first down there. The good news, though, he got out of bounds, stopped the clock. They still have one timeout, so there's a lot of time still in this 2-minute situation to march down the field and get a score.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. On second down, wants to throw. Getting some heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. These corners going to give them some space. Pressure coming. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He makes the connection. He's not going to get there. A big stop for this defense on fourth down. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. 7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's